Hi Crypto Devs, Liarco here. In today's video, I want to answer some questions about the mutation contract that I've been developing together with the DGenTunes team. Let's get into it. So since the original collection was on Ethereum, the team decided to have this new drop on Ethereum as well. I know this is the common option, the most common option, but it's not always the case. So as far as the contracts, we used Solidity and we also used ArtAt as a framework. And for the dApp, we used Next.js, so it's pretty much a React app. We actually needed two contracts for this drop. So the first one, the Dynamite token, is an ERC 1155 collection, and the tokens will be burned in order to create the detonated tokens. So people will get their original tune, they detonate that using the Dynamite, and they're gonna get a detonated tune. And the final token will be an ERC 721 collection, and this last contract will be released very soon. I did a lot of research about this and also did some benchmarks, and I finally suggested going with the claim option. The reasons are multiple, and the first one is that with the claim, you can decide as a user to leave the Dynamite inside your token. So you can play a bit with the secondary market, and maybe a token that hasn't claimed yet might have an higher value on the secondary market. So this is pretty interesting. Also, we could get a pretty good gas fee for the claim. So thinking about doing the airdrop instead of the claim because of gas fees was not really an option. And the other thing is, when you're doing an airdrop, you actually need to take a snapshot because you can't really airdrop thousands of tokens at once in one single transaction. So you really want everyone that owns a token to get the proper amount of Dynamite in this case. So depending on the way you take the snapshot and also the way you process the airdrop itself, things might turn to be unfair for some holders. So I thought that having a claim system would be much more interesting for the users and also much secure and fair for the market. Claiming is actually free for the user, they just have to pay gas fees, and we were able to bring the cost down to $3 to $15 for up to 5 tokens, and the worst case scenario was a holder having almost 200 tokens. In that case, the gas fee was around $500, and if you think that these benchmarks were taken with an Ethereum value of over $2,700, it's not bad at all. The Dynamite token has been advertised as deflationary, and this was a cool idea in my opinion from the DGenTunes team because they decided to let people claim one normal Dynamite for each token, and once you have 3 of them, you can exchange them for a radioactive one. So you're burning 3 in order to get one of the rarest ones. So if you think about that, this workflow might play some interesting price games on the market because people can maybe avoid claiming their tokens because they want to keep them inside their original tunes. They can maybe keep the original one, they can exchange, they can decide to detonate their tokens or not. So the final collection will have a very unpredictable amount of tokens in there. The type is also unpredictable because it depends on how many people will decide to exchange or not. So I expect it to be extremely interesting to see how this plays on the market. It's extremely important to be able to know if your token that you are about to buy on the secondary market has already claimed or not. And that's why we also introduced inside the dApp a verification tool that allows you to specify an ID and get the result of the status, so if the token has already claimed or not. And there is also a pretty interesting feature because we decided to listen to events on the chain, and whenever that specific token claims, if you still have your page open, you're gonna get a notification for that as well. So this really helps people that want to buy a token and they want to make sure that they will be able to claim. Of course, nobody can guarantee 100% that the claim status won't change once you do the transaction, but this tool is very precise. It queries the chain live, so the result that you get is the most accurate that is available. During the whole claiming period, the dApp is going to be completely decentralized, so the only backend involved will be the blockchain. Once we get to the detonation part, there will be an API in order to keep the metadata and images for the tokens safe from the snipers, but that thing will also be taken away as soon as there is no more dynamite on the market and all the tokens have claimed. So that's something that will change in the future and might stay there forever, but we will see. I really think that letting people interact with the contracts on Etherscan as well as on the dApp is really important because, if someone is willing to sacrifice a bit of the experience that they can get from the dApp in order to get a bit more security through Etherscan, that's absolutely fine. They should be able to do that with no restriction at all. And that's all for this video. In the next episode, we're gonna take a look at the Dynamite contract in order to better understand how it works and how the code is structured. So please subscribe if you like the content. Thank you for watching and bye.